Y'all know what this story is right here. Anybody anybody watch Boys in the Hood? Remember before Ricky got shot? That's the store he went to. John Singleton, like a dope little wide shot of the store, them going in the store, then them coming out. And then they proceeded to walk down 60th. Because the film, the what they film Boys in the Hood was down the street on Cimarron. But that's the market, 8th Ave market. We used to go out, we used to go on that market and steal like a mother. Like you couldn't I mean, in all honesty, you couldn't even shit, it was just like I mean, no cameras back in the day. Or at least it wasn't it was just easy. And we were some badass kids. But that's neither here nor there. What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? What up? Hit the like button. I'm about to just take a walk down the dime block. I'm gonna go from one end to the other. If y'all don't know what the dime block is, at 10th Ave. Most infamous little blizzard over here called the dime block. What's up, y'all? What's up, Auntie Leia? Yeah, I get with you about the technical difficulty. Salute to you. I can help you out. I was definitely interested in hearing what you had to say, but I know things happen, so we'll get together, and I'll be able to help you. That's my thing, troubleshooting. Yeah, y'all, look, the infamous 10th Avenue. I told y'all I will come to my old neighborhood, and this is the old neighborhood. This is where I used to live, right over here. 6221 10th Ave. Yeah. See, people be tripping. Like, they come to LA and they like, I mean, look at this. You come to LA and they out here gang banging. They gang banging in the sunshine. Yeah, I know Mizak was on the panel. I hit him up. I know, and I know he was trying to help. But yeah, I'll send you something, because you probably just need a proper headset. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What's up, Ashton? That's right. These are steps where Nick did that video. Was that one song he did for the first song with Victory Lap? Right there, he was on them steps. Well, he was on them steps. Right over there. He was on them steps. What's the vibe? You tell me. Can you get an 8-ball? You want me to go knock on somebody's door, see if they serving? That's what you trying to get served up? Yo, they just paused the video on mobile. They paused it? What are you talking about? What happened? Yeah, I'll send you the information of what you need. I'll send you the information on what you need. You said looking good on the stream. Thank you, appreciate you. Yeah, of course, entertain the homies. You know what I'm saying? Now this is the real block. I'm gonna tell y'all about this block though. I think I was introduced to this neighborhood in 87, 88. I was little. Probably before, it was before 87, 88. It was around 87, 88 though. And so much didn't happen on this street. So much unalivements. And I'm not gonna speak too much on it, because everybody was like, oh, that was so sad. You talking about all the sad stuff that happened over there on Crenshaw. So yeah, I basically got I guess I got better stories, I think, but yeah, this is where people were, they're stuck in the middle image with the play button in the middle. Yeah, send a screenshot, bro. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Yeah, this is where we play hide and seek. What do you call it? We would trick or treating. all that. We were over here. Mello, I'm on 10th Ave. I announced it. See, the thing is I'm not hiding from nobody. You know what a dime block is. Come pull up. In fact, tomorrow I'll be in North Hollywood. We doing a premiere party for the album I produced for my boy from the West Coast Woo, Black Diamond. Shout out to Black Diamond. Shout out to West Coast Woo. Shout out to Miko, rest in peace. Black Knights of the North Star. But I will be in North Hollywood. I'll put the post on my channel to where it will be in North Hollywood. But we're doing like a listening party, you know, that type of deal for the album The Contradiction. Y'all go listen to The Contradiction. It's an album produced by me, my boy Drew Infinite, Voodoo. I think we're the only 3 producers. Yeah, we're the only 3 producers. But you got Killer Priest, you got Raz, you got Stolly Ray, you got a phenomenal singer named Sarah Shine, and of course the infamous Black Diamond. Yeah, where I'm at, like I said, 10th Ave. 6129 10th Ave. I am on the dime block. I'm just strolling through. Westside Stories, that's what we're doing. This is called just a Westside Story. Yeah, that place over there was like, I forgot what they called that building something else, but it was a pretty decent building. It was a pretty decent building. But where I lived, oh man, let me show y'all where I lived. And they still looked the damn same, except for there were no bars. No bars over here. No bars right here. 6221. This was no bars. And I think the first memory is like just kind of being a kid. We were just playing around here, right here. Back in the day, we were just playing, and then one of the OGs, I don't know who it was, but we were all playing. A bunch of kids, used to be a bunch of kids here, and we were just playing, and then he was like, "Hey, y'all go to the back. Y'all go around to the back. Don't play out front right now. Go to the back," because the Van Ness gangsters, the Bloods, they were about a mile down. They came through, and I swear, maybe like 5 minutes later, they did a drive-by right here. They straight did a drive-by right here on Van Ness gangsters came, because this spot where it's like, shout out to Mad Ronnie. Mad Ronnie, rest in peace. I just found out Mad Ronnie died. One of the OGs from 60, Mad Ronnie. He's a cool brother. He was crazy as all shit, but he was dope. He was cool. He was cool. Mad Ronnie, Goonie, everybody, little kid used to be over here. They got this locked. Yeah, they got this locked up. All the gangsters used to be right here serving. This was the spot right here, and then on the other side of the dime block, 10th Ave. But yeah, in fact, let me go over here real quick. Straight trespassing. Don't call the police. I ain't did nothing to nobody. Yeah, this was the where I stayed, and then the homie stayed right here. His room was right here. We used to go over there and play Nintendo. I'm not gonna say what his name is. I don't want people be weird. But no, this was the apartment complex I lived in, right here. And yeah, shit, like I said, a whole bunch of kids here. I swear, like, how many apartments is it? I think it was like 9 or 10. So to me, it resembled like a village, like an African village. Because in fact, I'm gonna go through the middle. But it was like a village for real. Pretty much everybody here had kids, so we were all like family. And it used to be a garage right here, but it got burned down. It did get burned down. It used to be a garage right here, but gates and none of this. It wasn't even all like prison like. This is like, it's like a damn prison yard. Look at this. It's like a damn prison yard, yo. But yeah, this is where we stayed. And yeah, between this building and that building, all the kids were playing. And like I said, at one time, I just remember that one time we were in the front, and the OGs was like, "Y'all go play in the back. Go in the back. Go play." They it wasn't like they just were like, y'all go to the back. 5 minutes later, pop, 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 pop. Oh man, yeah, it was crazy. All right, I'm gonna get rid of those Vlad doing bad shirts. I think Vlad is mad. Vlad don't like me. Vlad don't like me. What's up, New Rodian? Where you from, family? Where you from? Where you located? And I'm not saying where you from like a LA thing. Where you from? You go, I'm from Oklahoma. No. Where you from? From 90? You from Crenshaw Mafia? You look like one of them rolling sixes. This thing done changed. It looks different. Yeah, pretty much everybody here. One Taiwan stayed there. I stayed here. Judy and TC and them stayed there. What was old boy name? I forgot his name. What was his name? Not Waddy. But he stayed here. The homegirl stayed there. And then I forgot who stayed in the front. But we done saw some things when we were kids here. In fact, Freddie, the old pimp, he stayed here. He was the only one that didn't have no kids, but he stayed right here. Let me tell you something about Freddie. It was some funny. Oh, you on the island? Which island? Oh, the family comes from the island. Which island? You talking about the? Well, there are plenty of islands. Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica. What are you talking about? But yeah, let me tell you about Freddie. This is some funny shit. So Freddie stayed right here, and Freddie was dating my friend's mom, and they got into it. It was like it was a straight up like not fight, but they were like it was like almost some Ike and Tina like they were the blows. They were talking like ooh, like it was like ooh she said that, ooh he said that. It was like dang, and I was little. I was probably like 10, 11. I'm like they is going at it. It was right here. And this is the funniest shit I ever heard. And I didn't get it at the time, but now I get it. She said, motherfucker, you put your dick in the freezer and it still won't get hard. I was dead. Like the adults were laughing and I was laughing, but I didn't get it. But I was just like, she said, it get hard. Put it in the freezer, it still won't get hard. And this is before Viagra, so the old brothers, they used to catch hell if they couldn't rise to the occasion. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Yeah, that was some funny ish. And then I think I was like 10 years old. I remember my sister's friends, they was out here fighting. First time I seen live action, real life breasts as a kid. And they were fighting and shirt came off and it was just breasts everywhere. And the younger homie, he passed out. He literally fell out. He fainted. Yeah, this block seemed longer back in the day. Like for real. This block seemed like it'd take you forever to get down this block. But this is the block, 10th Ave, 63rd. In case y'all don't see. See, that's some LA shit right there. You see, they got them things right there. They're called what? Loquats. They're almost like apricots. That's what I was saying. You have to know how to climb a tree because during the summer, spring and summer, if you didn't have no money and you was hungry, you drink or thirsty, you drink from the water hole. We go 63rd, and then you hit up this tree. Or a tree like this, and there's nothing but not pomegranates, but apricots. And there was a whole bunch of these trees, a whole bunch of lemon trees, a whole bunch of orange trees, because this used to be like a straight grove. Like when LA was growing, this was nothing but farmland. This was pretty much farmland until the eyes could see. We got trolls in here. I didn't put the what's the name on. You say shut up, bro. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Shut you up. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, yeah. This building changed too. Yeah, they renovated. They've done a lot of renovations over here, for real. what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm rolling down on this side where some of the homies live. Shout out to Conrad and Papa Loke. Stayed on this side. If y'all look up the video, what you know about Crenshaw, Huster Rob, it was produced by 1500 and nothing. That's the homie. I doubt if he over here. There ain't nobody over here. That's the cold part about it. Ain't nobody over here. Yeah, appreciate you, Jay Mizak and Auntie Leah. Y'all getting the trolls out the way. They ain't popping in like how they used to. I probably got them all blocked. And that's what they just over here to antagonize. That's it. Y'all see, y'all got the weapons. I'm not mad. I appreciate that. So yeah, what was I gonna say? I was basically just talking about how this block was. Of course, this was the better side, I would say. It was still stuff going on over here. But yeah, the homie Huster Rob, yeah, he stayed in that building. Was it that one or that one? Huster Rob stayed over there. Robert, you look up, like I said, that video, What You Know About Crenshaw. Back in the early days, that's when they were doing their rap stuff, and shout out to him. That's the homie, produced by 1500 and nothing. Y'all check out that video and smash the like and tell them, just say, hey, we got wind of it from a Westside story. I will go down 11th Ave, but I'm not. I ain't gonna go down 11th Ave. Yeah, if you was not known or like you couldn't just walk down here. In fact, this is the building. I'm gonna pull up the building where Nip shot Rap Niggas. That one song Rap Niggas. Remember where he had Laura London? It's right over here. They was pulled. This was they building. It's like right over here. King Hoods to stay here. Did Papa LQ stay over here? Because Papa LQ used to be, I don't think it was this building where they were at. I think this is the building. It was either this one or was across the street. But they don't even allow people up in here like that, you know what I'm saying? What up? Yeah, this is one of the y'all go look at the video, Rap Niggas with Nip. I think they were on this one. It had to have been this one. It could have been across the street too. I'm gonna go to both. I'm gonna go over there too. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. They say they hiding in the bushes until you say something. Yeah, of course. They cowards. They're weird. These people are weird. But shout out to the weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the weirdos. Because I guess, everybody can't be normal, right? Oh, I got to double back. That thing locked. Yeah, you had to been from the block or whatever to really be like back here. But like I said, it ain't even like that no more. To be back here, nah, you couldn't just be any geek off the street. You gotta learn how to handle your steel, you know what I mean? Or your key. Yeah, y'all see, look. I think they did it on that side though. They did the video on that side. Let me go over there and check. What's my favorite novel and why? Python King. You familiar with Python? My favorite novel, The World at the End of Time by Frederick Pohl, because it was so dope when I read it at the time. It's about a earthling named Victor Sorkane who pretty much like lived until the universe ended, until basically it was almost damn near the big freeze. But you gotta read it. I mean, you gotta read the novel to know what I'm talking about. Oh, I think it's live. Yeah, it is. So yeah, because Hussein them stayed on this side. So it was on this side. It was this video. I mean, it was this building over here. but it's locked. Flower Child, hi. You say it rings a bell? No, read it. It's kind of like that. What's that one book? Asimov. It's a book called, I think, is it Asimov, where they were asking, they basically had this supercomputer, AI computer, and they were asking questions about, life and stuff, and then they would ask one question, and that question couldn't get answered, so the computer, look that up, Asimov, Asimov, I believe. It's a dope story too. I ain't saying that book was based off of it, but yeah, it's one of those types of stories where it's just talks about the universe and the life of the universe and entropy and the life of a star and all that stuff that Elon Musk and the technocrats are talking about, because that's what they're on. They're on that. They done changed this school to Yes, but this used to be called High Park. And the statute of limitations is done, but when I was in 4th grade, I think I tagged up all that right there. That was like the worst crime I've done. Let's go down 8th Ave. We'll hit up 8th Ave, you know what I'm saying? So why'd you come under a different name saying hi? Who was that? Oh, that was a troll, huh? Or is that a troll? Flower Child? People are weird. I'm telling you, people are weird. But I'm doing what I'm doing to smoke them all out. But yeah, this is Hyde Park Elementary. Now it's called Yes Academy. I didn't do the wireless for that school. Side note, when I was working in the field, I did a lot of wireless network design. So I would have to come to a school like this and like when school was over, and come in and do like surveys and set up the wireless, basically set up the wireless internet. Just say hi, fool. Auntie Leia's a damn right. I ain't mad. Yeah, look at this. I think this was like a trap house back in the day. Look at it now. This was a straight trap house back in the day. Okay, if you're not a troll, I think she's familiar. She's not a troll. This was a trap house back in the day. Look at it now. For sale. It's probably going for like $1 million plus. Yeah, a whole lot of gentrification going on. That's pretty much what it is. If you got a quick little money that you could buy something and then fix it up and flip it, because the Olympics is coming. Yeah. Save the dogs in China by feeding yours vegan as well. Save all microscopic babies. Okay, Eric Lee. All right. Jay Mizak, don't sweat. Don't sweat them. They should just saying hi. We'll leave it be. We shall leave it be. All right, we're on Hyde Park at 8th Ave now. Exhibit. This is not Exhibit. I need to pull up on my homie Exhibit's cousin, Dante. The homie Dante. Let me go find him. Shout out to Tash and shout out to J-Ro and shout out to E Swift. The Liquid Crew. I got them on my channel. Look on it's a video. I got the Liquid Crew. I got Tash. I got Mark Love. I got them all there talking about what's up, Exhibit. Fools is funny. Exhibit is like light skin. Or lighter skin. I'll say that. But yeah, these are the neighborhood. It's the neighborhood where people chose to gangbang. Look, you got palm trees and blonde bitches. If y'all don't know where that reference from, then I can't explain it. But yeah, this was the old block. I didn't spend too much time on 8th Ave, but I spent a whole lot of time on the other avenues, 11th Ave, 8th Ave, 10th Ave. Well, yeah, it's 8th Ave right here. All right, so yeah, I said let me just do a walk around the hood, and I didn't want to tell too many morbid stories. Were y'all like kind of, I don't know, did it depress y'all, the stories that I was saying? Because I had to run it back. I was listening, and I was just like, ooh, it's kind of grim, the stuff that I was saying. But I was just spitting. I was just telling y'all real. And like I said, those are all factual stories. I ain't making up nothing. I am not making up anything. But those are all factual stories. But, I mean, it's real. Like, that's all I really can say. It's real. It ain't like on some, fantasy and trying to, what up, Blue Day? What it do? What it good do? That's the question, what it good do, not what it do. What it good do? What stories? Go look at my video yesterday. I was in the same neighborhood. I'm doing something called Westside Stories, where I'm just talking about things that I saw as a kid growing up in this neighborhood. This is the area, the Crenshaw district, Slauson and Crenshaw, between Slauson and Florence, Crenshaw, Van Ness, West Boulevard. I'm just telling stories. I'm telling a whole bunch of stories about this neighborhood because a whole lot has changed. What up, Vibes? Yeah, if you look at the video I did less than 24 hours ago, a live that I did called Rolling in the 60s, then you'll see what I'm talking about. But go check it out and give it a like, give it a dislike. Just let me know what you think. But I was just telling a whole bunch of stories about people that I grew up with. Hood vlogs. Nah, I'm not calling nothing hood nothing, because I'm not hood at all. Y'all think I'm hood? You think that nigga neighborhood what? But nah, I may do a documentary, or I may do like a podcast, but I don't want to do stuff that's already done. People be doing a lot. They be doing the most. They be telling on each other. They be telling on other people. I'm not in the business of that. Trust and believe, anything that you upload to the internet is for the world to see. So I'm very careful of what I say and what I do. And I represent myself. I think I represent myself very well. Shout out to LA Unified and Compton Unified. We got my start at Compton Unified. Oh, this is a cool, okay, these are grapes. Thinking about growing grapes. I'm thinking about growing some grapes. Like having a whole grapevine. You say you think they were dope? That's what's up, Vibes. But no, this neighborhood is drastically changing. And I'm not going to say for the worse. I'm just saying it's drastically changing. Pretty much, I was explaining to y'all that there are really no more black neighborhoods in LA, exclusively black neighborhoods in LA. That's real. Everything is pretty much mixed up. I mean, it is what it is. But a lot of black people came here, made a lot of money, bought up a lot of property. This neighborhood here I am now, 63rd and 8th Ave. I'm gonna go back on the dime block. It's like, yeah, they don't have no 9th Ave over here. It is a 9th Ave, but it's further that way. So 63rd and 8th Ave, they bought up a lot of property, and it's been in their family for years, and the value appreciates so much. They got to take it from the people who originally own this property, or these properties, because it's just convenient. Oh, let's say these people were involved in a RICO. Back in the day, how they used to get them was this. What's up, Aset? Salute. This is how they used to do them back in the day. People would own homes. It'd be a drive-by. Maybe, let's say somebody got unalived in front of the house, or a family member got unalived in front of the house, or a bullet came through. They would, it's not an intimate domain. An intimate domain is like when they created the 405 or the 105 freeway. They already zoned it, like, okay, we're gonna get rid of these houses, and boom, you live here, you gotta go, because we're putting a freeway through here. Or they're gonna do a park or something, or a school. Oh, you walking home too? Well, we walking with you. You walking with everybody on the west side. But the way they would do it is, yeah, something would happen in front of the house, or something happens to a family member, untimely demise. They would convince the family to sell the house. What's up? What's up? What's up? They'll convince the family to sell the house, and then you'll be in the same county, which is LA County. This is all LA County, but they'll send you like 60, 70 miles north to Lancaster and say, we got houses here, it's safer, and you ain't got to worry about the violence. That was the selling point. No, all these dogs don't like me, Bad Bunny. I got dogs, cats, jaguars don't like me. Let me shut up. Look, F-13. Y'all know what that is? Florencia 13, F-13. I had some homies that were from F-13. It was a dude, shout out, rest in peace to Sleepy. He used to be from C-14. That was, what was it, Clanton 14? But he used to be kicking it with the 60s tough, Sleepy. I think he passed away from like cirrhosis or something. But he was that was a cool essay. He was a cool homie. And yeah, rest in peace to Sleepy. But that's how they were tricking people out the house, you know what I'm saying? You said, 70s, 80s, 90s were dope. Aside from the violence, yeah, if you lived through it, if you didn't get locked up, I mean, like I said, I guess I'm glad I took this route that I took, because I could have, I'm telling you, I don't know. I have so many people that are in Inglewood Cemetery right now, or in federal prison, state prison, just because they made the wrong moves. I know, I'm just playing. I know, Auntie Lee, I'm just playing. Yeah, I know y'all checked out that song. You got shot before? Yeah, I got shot. I got a shot of whiskey. That's what I got. I got a shot of Patron. I got a shot of Casamigos. Yeah, but that was the way they got people up out of here back then. They would tell you to move on or go to Lancaster. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, yeah, you could get a house in Lancaster. You ain't got to worry about the violence in L.A. But then everybody moved to Lancaster and it just got turned up over there. Lancaster, a.k.a. Clancaster, because, yeah, there was some them Ku Klux Klans is up there really running things behind the scenes, because there's all kind of like federal prisons up there as well. But they would convince families who were victims of violence in South LA in the 80s and 90s and say, you can get you a house in Lancaster, Palmdale. It's about 60 miles away. And that wasn't nothing but a trick bag. The values of the homes are a little bit higher now, but should I say back then, if a house here was like 80, 90, 100K back then, because that's how much they were probably worth, you can get a house up there like 10, 20, 30K, because nobody was up there. It wasn't even like hella developed. It was like you was in the middle of the desert. Now they just saying, all right, well, your cousin or your uncle is connected to the rolling 60s, and where'd that money come from? Oh, that's how they were doing it. So yeah, that's pretty much how they were doing it. Everybody running a little game, running a scams. That's pretty much the name of the game. They run the scams for property, to snatch it from up under you. Hey, Aaron, please like, please subscribe, please share. That's the name of the game. They run it. They run in scams, and that's what they do. They sit here and trick people out their property. So now they just gonna get you out the property, whatever means they can, and then that's just how they do. You say you did that. You did what? You got me to say hi. What's up? You did what? Look at this cat. Little fat cat. What's up? These animals, they running. That ain't a cat, that's a possum. It's a raccoon. Gentrification strikes again, yep. Yeah. That's it. I just said, let me take a stroll through the neighborhood. Uh-oh. Oh, is that a baby or a cat? What's up, kitty? Yeah, the funny thing is 22 watching in 33 minutes. Now the numbers are low because of we say, did you ever run into Nip? Yeah, I ran into Nip once. But me and Papa Loke, somebody you really ain't gonna really find too many pictures of, but he's all money in. I grew up with him. He's the little homie, and he and his big brother Conrad, we about the same age. But he was all money in. He was Nip's right-hand man. And tomorrow I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over here On the other side, West Boulevard, we're gonna go to Victoria. We're gonna go to Bryars. We're gonna go on that side. I'm gonna show y'all what's up over there. But uh, yeah, no. I said I ran into him. What was it, maybe like what, 2013? Yeah, 2013. 6 years before he was taken from us at the Rick Ross performance. It's documented. Rick Ross was supposed to perform. Actually, I think he was supposed to perform 2012, the end of 2012. It didn't happen. Something happened. And then 2013, I was there with A. Marie, the homies Pure, my homies from Dole Metamorphosis and Outworld, Inglewood representatives. Because I hung with like real hip hop crews. And they opened up for Rose. And then I remember Ty Dolla $ign was there. Ty Dolla $ign was there. Nip literally bumped into me as he was leaving the stage. And that was that. That was the only time I, met him. But I heard he knew of me or something like that. Like, not like that, but you know what I'm saying. Because like I said, I know everybody from over here. So everybody, we all know each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew each other. You say I look like the little homie? That ain't what your mama say. Your mama called me the big homie. Yeah, no. I'm gonna sit right here. Yeah, look though. For real though. Let's get the dime block in the background. So yeah though, for real. You say, what did I mean by that, Jesse? Jay Mizak got the strap. He ready to just go. But everybody around here, we all know of each other. It's nobody like, didn't nobody not know my mom. My mom was like the nicest woman you could ever met. Nobody not knew my stepdad. So obviously you knew me or knew of me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it as far as the hood tour. Y'all said the hood vlog. No, I said it's a Westside story. That's what it is. It's called a damn Westside story. Let me get out y'all way.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Glad.
Oh, that dog remind me of my kids, the puppy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. A little Chihuahua Cocker Spaniel mix, but same color.
Oh.
What's up? What is this? What do you have? You're Russian? And now I can't read Russian, and I'm pretty sure I'm not reading it the right way because they taught us to read the other way. Yeah, of course it's chemtrails. Those are chemtrails. Like a mother. Chemtrail. It's supposed to be closer to like 80, 90 degrees. It's like 60, 70 degrees in LA. Any questions? Anything? I'll be on here another 5 minutes. What's up, Ayasha? Y'all hit the subscribe to the homegirl natural one, Ayasha Lachey Bay. I'm over here off of 63rd. I'm on 60th and 10th Ave. Let you borrow 300. Yeah, hit my Cash App. I'll let you borrow 300. You're gonna get 300 something though. It ain't gonna be $300. Yeah, yeah. People is funny. People are hilarious. This internet stuff is wild to me. You know? So yeah. Long story short, this was the block. I would say since 35 years ago, I was back and forth this way, down that street this way, you know. That's pretty much what it was. I mean, it's good to still be around and see this place. You know what I'm saying? We're fortunate to be in this country, and a lot of countries that are not as safe as we are is war torn. So you go back to your block, it ain't even there no more. So that's the goal of the enemy, is to have us take each other out from within. You know, it's like a cancer. You know, they can't come in and you know, they can't come in and just basically be on some like attack them from Mexico or attack them from Canada. They can't do that. We're tight. So what they got to do is destroy us from within. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. What's up, Jennifer? Oh, Jenny. Hey, long time. Peace. Jennifer O. Jenny is an OG here, just like Natural One's an OG here. Auntie Leah, she's an OG. She a rider. I ain't mad at her. And Jay Mizak, that's that man. Toronto, you know, Toronto, LA Connect. That's the only person I connect with in Toronto, because Baca got a bad case. Why is he around? Yeah, I don't know. Any questions? Anybody got any questions? I think somebody was like, yo, did I meet Nip? No, that one time bumped into him. Literally, that was it. Yeah, of course the notifications are not notified. Look, I would advise to unsubscribe, subscribe, and then hit that bell so that you get the notifications. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad there's great vibes here. All I'm doing is just doing they said a hood tour. That's what I'm doing. Tomorrow we'll go on that side of Crenshaw, and I'm gonna go to where rest in peace Fats, where Fats got taken out, and we'll talk about that, because Fats was like, they had to get rid of him. He was the dude that he would draw down for Nip. So they got rid of him like a year before they got rid of Nip. They knew he was like the last one that would be, you know. And yeah, right there on 59 West Boulevard, he got taken out. It was weird how he got taken out. Yeah, I know you got some stories over here on Crenshaw. What we got to do is maybe we'll do a if you want to go live together, let me know. I'll invite you. I'll do it tomorrow around this time. And yeah, I know you got stories. You done told me. I was just like, yeah. But yeah, over there off of West Boulevard. What's up, Ocean Wife? Used to get your nails done. What? Yeah, the Korean. Ain't even no more Koreans over here like that. Yeah, Jesus Christ is yeah, you're right. All right, there you go. Yeah, shout out to Ocean Wife. Ocean Wife, I gotta make you a mod. I'm tripping. Let me make you a mod. Y'all know I've been knowing her just as long as I've been living over here. That's the homegirl, Ocean Wife. You say they're gone? Yeah, they're gone. Look, there used to be some Koreans over there off of Hyde Park and Crenshaw. They had the Chinese food place. They ain't even there no more. Like they were in the hood like a rebuilt engine. They was over there. I remember, you know, we used to go there, you know, to get the Chinese food, cheap Chinese food. I hope it was Chinese food, because we don't know what they were serving us really. But let me tell y'all something about the riots, because there was supposed tension during the riots between the blacks and the Koreans. But do you know that, and I know Koreans and Chinese are different, I know that, but the Chinese back in like the 50s, 40s, 50s, well, there was a straight massacre that happened downtown LA. I think it was off of Los Angeles Street, but it was called something else. And there was something that happened. It was an unalivement. Let me move out the way. I got a person over here with a wheelchair, or elderly person who's passing through. I don't want to block the sidewalk. Hey, how you doing?
All right.
All right. Go ahead. Look, there was a straight massacre that happened in downtown LA, but this was like in the 1800s, I think like the 1880s. And it was, I guess it was an incident. It was almost like an Emmett Till situation, where it was an altercation between a Chinese and a white, and something happened, and they just, like, they unalived all the Chinese on that one block. And it was so many Chinese people. And they try to bury that. I gotta do the research on it. The reason why I know that is because, number one, I'm a docent at the California African American Museum. So I talk to other docents or people that work at these other museums, and there's the Asian American Museum down there. And I was just chopping it up, and we were talking, telling stories. You know, they were talking about, oh, Compton. You know, I told them about Compton. They were, oh, he was like, you know about this massacre that happened? And I was like, no. And they was like, yeah, it was a massacre that happened in the 1800s. It was a bunch of Chinese people that got unalived on the street. I was like, whoa. See, they don't talk about that though. But they don't also talk about the Asian connection between the Asians and the blacks. Like when blacks came here to LA, they were relegated to really one area. That's why Central Ave was like the spot. Like that's where all the jazz musicians were. That's where all the it was just popping over there. There's a famous picture of Marilyn Monroe with some brothers over there, like just a picture. She was having a good time. Yeah, I know. And then yeah, a lot of stuff would happen on Central Ave, and then as the city started to get more developed and blacks were moving further west and further south, they were relegated to certain areas though, like you couldn't really go past Western Boulevard. This is way past Western Boulevard. This is Crenshaw. Most of the developments were all on the east, whatever. But if you get past like Western Boulevard, yeah, you're gonna be dealing with like racist gangs. So a lot of black families would like go to certain parks and they would get harassed by these racist gangs. And these were like teenagers, punk teenagers. You know, they were called the. Okay, I can't say it because then they didn't strike my channel. They did something when Dr. Randy Short came on and he said the word you know, like raccoon, but you take the ra off. So if you say like Spokane or you know spoke or you add an extra O, they were called that hunters, right? Those were the first gangs. And they would just go around terrorizing black families. Now, the brothers in the first gangs, the brothers were like the Slausons, the farmers, the businessmen, the gladiators. And they were just like families. They weren't like gangs. They were just families. And they were like the businessmen. They took care of business. Like it was real spill. Yeah, so what happened is they would protect their family. So, you know, the incident that happened at Jesse Owens Park, where a bunch of the black families were getting messed with, and when them hunters came by, them S hunters, I'll just call them S, let's say Pook hunters. How about that? All right, they were terrorizing just innocent black families. The families, the black families would come and take care of them, handle them, and it'd always be some rumbles. So the Asians, it would happen to them too. The Asians would get messed with by those hunters, and the hunters, you know, they used to run around with jackets on with a noose on it, like that. They were about it. They were about it, and Asians were getting messed with too. And then the blacks would back them. The blacks used to back the Asians. In fact, I know when my mom went to Manual Arts, she went to high school with a bunch of Asians. That was an Asian neighborhood over there. Near Manual Arts, near USC. It's no longer really Asian no more, but yeah, the Asians and the blacks used to like that was the thing, you know, like blacks and Asians were looking out for each other. It was just an understanding. So when the Koreans, and these are a different set of Asians, there's different. I'm not being racist. The Asians are different. The Vietnamese are different. The Chinese are different. You can't say the word Oriental. That's a derogatory term. It just means Eastern, from the East. With Asians in general, they're all different. There's a pecking order when it comes to Asians too. That's a crazy thing, just like the Latinos. But overall, Asians though came here. They were pretty much in the same economic situation like blacks for the most part. And then what they did was a lot of blacks owned liquor stores. That's what it was. A lot of the blacks here owned liquor stores. They're mainly like you know, like people like my father. My father was like handling business. He was a person that came from the South, came to LA and handled business. And he acquired money. He would buy a liquor store, and that's just what it was. A lot of blacks men owned liquor stores, and then the Asians came and the Koreans came, and like that maybe the late 70s, early 80s, and there was a thing where it was like, okay, these brothers would sell their liquor stores to these Asians because these Koreans were coming over here. They were getting They were getting broke off. The government would give them like a stack, 100K or something, and then they would go buy a business. And brothers was running a successful business. Brother, oh yeah, I got a liquor store, you can sell it. Oh, you got 100K? Boom, they take that up and then they give them everything, and then that's how a lot of Asians owned a lot of Leimert Park, straight up. And that's how they owned it, because they got the Slauson swap meet, and they got these liquor stores. That's how they was getting things popping. There was really no beef with blacks and Asians like that. You know what I'm saying? You say people paying 50 for a cut and still look ugly. I see. Your mama like my cut. She like both my cuts. Your mama love my cuts. The cut here and the cut down here. Your mother, get your bitch ass up out of here, you punk mother. Yeah. So the Asians though, the Koreans, there was really no beef like that, and then it was like I think it was like just a fabricated thing that the news media kind of set on fire. And yeah, Joseph Moore. Everybody say hi to Joseph Moore. He's trying to make jokes and thinking that it's funny. And the only thing funny is the smell of his mama's Yeah, so that's a little bit of history about race relations in LA, because it ain't always cracked up what it seemed to be. What's up, family? What's up? Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, people are funny. I see y'all over here laughing. He's sitting over here trying to come in and do his joke. I'm gonna be on TikTok. In fact, I'm gonna open up my Instagram too. You want to roast me? I'll let you roast me and I'm gonna roast your ass back. That's what I'm gonna do. After the hood stories, or y'all call it hood stories, after my Westside tales, I'm gonna just start calling it your mama snaps. And start talking about your mama, because your mama is in the house. Your mama's a Westside rider. She be riding. Your mama know how to ride reverse cowgirl. Your mama. Man, your mama. Yeah, I don't want to talk about your mama, because she, the first is coming up, and I still want that money she's supposed to give me. She's supposed to put some money on my on the homies JPay. I'm not a good roaster, y'all, but I will. I'll roast your ass. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. I went way longer than expected. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the hood like an old transmission. I'm in the hood like what? You be in the hood like a piston, like a carburetor. I am in the hood like a rebuilt engine. Look at this little look at you. What's up? Oh, you want to say something? See, I didn't get banged on by no ninjas. I got banged on by a British bulldog.